Hey gamers, it's me, your boy, Ultimate DS Man here, or UltimateHellScape. And today I'm going to be showing you guys my epic vinyl collection. Now, as you guys may or may not know, that I started getting into vinyls after me trying to rediscover myself and who I am. And I wanted to dwell into something I've always wanted to do and own. And one of those things is owning vinyls because I love music. I don't really share that side of myself on YouTube very much, but yeah, I do. And I'm going to be showing you guys my vinyl collection I have so far. It's not like a whole lot, but considering I've only had this for like, 2 weeks now, it is a lot considering, so yeah, let's get started here. So the first one we have right here, MF Doom's Mad Villainy album, which, if you don't know, MF Doom is one of my favorite rap artists of all time, and that man is a straight up genius. This is a collaboration album between MF Doom and Madlib. Madlib handles the production on this piece, but this is one of my favorite albums of all time. Everything about its character, the sound, the very distinct personality it has. It's very, very unique. And I love MF Doom's rhymes on this album, and I just love his rhymes in general. We're going to take a look at the back here. It's got some of my favorite songs of all time, like Accordion, and Where's the Fancy Clowns on here too. And A Great Day is on there as well. Pretty much all the songs on this album are pretty much 10 out of 10. The only one I'm kind of iffy about is Shadows of Tomorrow. That's the only song on this album I'm kind of It's okay. But yeah, this is one of my favorite albums of all time, and this is considered one of the best rap albums ever made. So this is pretty much a masterpiece, and I had to get on vinyl. So this right here though, this is the remix album. Pretty much it has some songs from that album, and it's just remixed. And it's got some instrumentals of those remixes on here. It's not a lot of songs, as you can clearly see, but I actually got this album first because I found it first. Keep in mind I got all of these from local record shops, so I bought none of this online. But including this itself, the vinyl record player. This is a portable one, that's why it looks like a suitcase, and this is more like an actual turntable. I want to upgrade to an actual turntable someday, but this is how I just got started with it. It wasn't that expensive. But yeah, this is the remix album. It's pretty good. It's obviously not as good as the original. That's why I had to cop the original as well. But yeah, this is a remix album. It's pretty good as well. So yeah, there we go. Another MF Doom album is his Danger Doom LP. Now this album is very special to me because this is the album that got me back into rap in the first place, and pretty much made me love hip-hop music and rap in general. I discovered this album back in 2015 when Aqua Teen Hunger Force was ending, and you might be asking, what the fuck was Aqua Teen Hunger Force have to do with this? Well, if you don't know, this album right here is pretty much a giant love letter to Adult Swim. As you can see, we got Shake on the back, we got Aqua Teen Hunger Force, it got its own song. There's a lot of cameos and references to Aqua Teen Hunger Force, like Sofa King from the BillyWitcher.com episode. It's got all kinds of Adult Swim references, like Space Ghost Coast to Coast, C-Lab 2020, and what's it called? Harvey Birdman, there we go, Harvey Birdman. And this song right here, Perfect Hair, I don't know if it was a reference to the first Aqua Teen episode where Shake gets sprayed by the robot and gets like perfect hair, quote unquote. I don't know if it was a reference to that, but if it was, then that's kind of a deep cut. You have Vats of Urine from the Moonanites, and yeah, I pretty much love all of these songs. Old School, I freaking love that song. But yeah, this is a double vinyl. It has 4 vinyls in general, so it's kind of heavy. But this is the album that got me into rap because Aqua Teen Hunger Force is ending, and I heard Bada Bing Bada Boom, but it's called Bada Bing from this piece, and it just kind of went on from there. So this album means a lot to me personally, and it's one of my favorite albums of all time. This album does get slept on a lot, just because of how no one really talks about it, because like the whole Adult Swim theme it's got going on, I think, And to some people that might like make it dated and whatnot, but I personally disagree because I'm a huge Adult Swim fan. So yeah, this album means a lot to me right here, and I love it to death. So 10 out of 10 album for me personally. Alright, next we have Operation Doomsday. This is the silver remastered release. This is not the original cover. But yeah, this is Operation Doomsday, one of pretty much the first time MF Doom made his mark in the hip-hop world. Not actually the first time. There have been, you know, he's done stuff in the past before this, but this is the album that really got him going into, you know, becoming the illest villain alive. But this album is also great. I haven't tested this vinyl yet, actually, but, you know, Operation Doomsday is great. It also gets slept on a lot just because of Mad Villain and Food, which I don't have his Food album yet. But yeah, this is a great album though. I personally love it. There's some people that like think it's the best, some people that think it's kind of because they don't think it's as good as Mad Villain, which I don't blame them, but I still love Operation Doomsday. It's got some classics on there like Rhymes Like Dimes and Doomsday, some of my favorite songs of all time. So here we go. We have Special Herbs. Now MF Doom's Special Herbs series is pretty much a bunch of his instrumentals. So this is just MF Doom instrumentals, volume 1, 2. He has a ton of volumes. I want to get all of them at one point. But yeah, it's just MF Doom instrumentals. I'll show the back. There you go. And that's all. That's it for all the MF Doom stuff I have so far. I want to get all of his albums on vinyl, obviously, including the rest of the Special Herbs series. But yeah, dude. Next we have the Notorious B.I.G. Greatest Hits album. I want to get his Ready to Die album, obviously, and the Ten Commandments album, but I saw this in the record store during the whole fan meetup, and I was like, hey, why not? So, yeah, because I got to meet a fan in person not too long ago for the first time, and it was fucking epic as hell. It was awesome. So, it's got a lot of classic Biggie songs on here, like Juicy and Big Papa. My personal favorite is Who Shot Ya? I love that song. And the 10 Crack Commandments. But yeah, this is obviously a classic album. I already had this on CD actually, but yeah, so this is my only Biggie album I have on vinyl so far. I don't have any Tupac albums on vinyl so yet, at least. So here we go. We have Flying Lotus Zodiac Shit album. Actually, I don't know if it's called that or not, but that's what I personally call it because that's what I know this album for the song. Pretty much, if you don't know, Flying Lotus is electronic. He makes electronic music pretty much, and if you ever heard of like Adult Swim bumpers, he's made music for that, and he's actually responsible and helped create the Aqua TV show intro. You know, the whole detective vibe one. Yeah, he actually helped create that as well. So that's actually how I got introduced to Flying Lotus, through Adult Swim bumpers. So if you like Adult Swim bumpers and that kind of music, I'm sure you'll enjoy Flying Lotus. And this is actually one of the newer albums I got. I haven't really taken a look inside of any of these yet, which I should have done by now. But here you go. There it is. Really cool shit. And yeah, it's Flying Lotus. We should have took a look at the inside of Danger Doom because it looks amazing. I want to show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so here we go. Alright. Opens like that. A lot of characteristics and a lot of personality in it. It's even Meat Water right there. C-Lab. Cool ass shit, man. There we go. So, I know you're not supposed to stack your vinyls because it could cause warping, but like as long as it's not too much or too heavy, it should be fine. But yeah, that's why I don't stack my vinyls, because you're not supposed to do that. This is the first vinyl I ever got. Is the Undertale OST, because the place I got this from was a retro video game store, and I saw this. I was like, oh my god, should I actually finally get into vinyls? So this is the Japanese version. This is what it looks like on the inside. Really cool shit. Here's the back. But yeah, not much to say. It's just the Undertale OST vinyl. It's pretty cool. I like this more the American version, to be honest. It's a lot more simple. But yeah, here we have my favorite Wes Montgomery album, The Incredible Jazz Guitar of Wes Montgomery. Now, if you don't know, Wes Montgomery is my favorite jazz guitar artist, because I love jazz music, and this is personally my favorite album of hers I've listened to, even though it's more of a collection album, kind of like the B.I.G album I have on vinyl as well. But I love jazz music, and if you don't know who Wes Montgomery is, then just look him up. He's incredibly famous, and literally one of the best jazz guitar players of all time. And I'm sure you've at least heard the name before, but yeah. So we're getting like into the jazz territory now. We have Coleman Hawkins here. Now the main reason why I got these jazz albums right here is because of how cheap they were. Like this one was $6, this one was $6, that one was only $2, this one was $7, and yeah. So I actually never really heard of Coleman Hawkins before this, but you know, I bought these mainly because they were cheap. And I love jazz, so I wanted to explore it a little bit more. And I'm really glad I did, because these are fantastic albums. I love all of these. We've got Cyrus, we got Coleman Hawkins and the Trumpet Kings. This is Body and Soul. Which one is this? Eddie, the best of Eddie Harris. So it's like a collection thing. But yeah, these are fantastic as well. I would highly recommend looking up Coleman Hawkins, because his stuff is great. And yeah, I just got the same compliments for all of these. Pretty much are all great. The reason why they're so cheap is because they're also pre-owned, so they had a turntable to test them out on in the one of the record stores. So I did that. Take a look at the bag. You can tell this one's really old. But yeah, cool and neat shit. So we have Eddie Harris, the best of Eddie Harris. Sorry, I said Harris. Sorry. And yeah, so I pretty much have all the same compliments for all these jazz albums, that they're all great. I don't really have any complaints with them or anything. But yeah, that was my small little vinyl collection. I hope you guys enjoyed it, or maybe learned a thing or two or something. And I love music. I plan on getting a lot more vinyls in the future. I might make an update video updating you guys on my current vinyl collection, what that may be. I just said not to stack your vinyls, and yet here I am doing that same thing. As long as it's not too much, it's not like super heavy, I think I'll be fine. So yeah, dude, that was my epic vinyl collection. Let me know what you guys thought of it, and if you saw any albums that you personally like, or probably not, because I know I don't really have a lot of people that I know that have the same taste of music as me, which is okay. So, you know, it'd be like that sometimes. But yeah, that was my epic vinyl collection. Tell me guys what you think about it and all that shit. And yeah, this was pretty fun. So this is UltimateHellScape man, dude, Eric. Yeah, signing off, I guess. I don't know. Bye bye. Yeah.